Hello everyone and welcome back to KORR Monsters. This time we are in Orlando, Florida for the second event of the 2008 season. Our field of trucks for this event features Ed Jenkins making his new home in Cometic Gaskets, Trip Cassidy in the brand new Cottonmouth, Kyle Gibson in the brand new Craftsman Tools truck, James Whitaker in the Eagle Eye, Guy Neal in Flashover, Herman Foster in Foxtrot, Greg Easton in Monkey Business, Mike Burton in No Mercy, Randall Boone in Rat Trap 3, Adam Bell in Sassy Child, Mike Maxwell in Tonka, and then rounding out our field we have Henry Gibbons in Youngblood. Now, starting off with the event, we're going to go into racing first. You can see here 4 trucks getting the bye run into round number 2, those being Cottonmouth, Foxtrot, Craftsman Tools, and No Mercy. But before we get to see any of those trucks, we have to go through round 1 of racing first. So our round 1 matchups are going to be Youngblood going up against Tonka, Flashover going up against Cometic Gaskets, Rat Trap 3 going up against Monkey Business, and then our last race of round number 1 is going to be Eagle Eye going up against Sassy Child. Here we go, first race pulling up to the line, Youngblood and Tonka. Good start from both trucks. Into the first turn, Youngblood going wide, Tonka keeping it tighter. At the line first time, pretty close. Coming around here to the finish, both trucks going kind of wide. It's going to be Tonka picking up the win there over Youngblood by just a couple of truck lengths. As now we move on into our next race, it'll be Flashover going up against Cometic Gaskets. Good start from both trucks. Going into the turn, Cometic keeping it tight, Flashover also keeping it pretty tight. It's going to be a close one at the line that time. Coming to the finish, good turns from both trucks. Oh, Flashover over-rotates, it's going to be Cometic Gaskets getting the win in what was shaping up to be a very good race. But that mistake from Flashover going to cost him, because now we have Rat Trap and Monkey Business pulling up to the line. Good start from both trucks. Into the first turn, Rat Trap already pulling ahead. And about a truck length advantage for Rat Trap going into the last turn. And coming to the line, it's going to be Rat Trap by a couple of truck lengths over Monkey Business to pick up the win. So now we go to our last race of round number 1, Eagle Eye and Sassy Child. Good start from both trucks. Going around the first turn, Eagle Eye already has about a truck length advantage before we even get to the start line again. Sassy Child looks like he closed up the gap a little bit. Eagle Eye goes really wide in the turn. Coming to the line, Eagle Eye with some massive air to pick up the racing win. As now we look at our round 2 matchups, it'll be Cottonmouth going up against Tonka, Foxtrot going up against Cometic Gaskets, Craftsman Tools going up against Rat Trap 3, and then No Mercy going up against Eagle Eye to round off round number 2 of racing. Now race number 1 of round number 2, Cottonmouth and Tonka on the line. Great start from Cottonmouth, a little quicker than Tonka. Of course, Cottonmouth on the brand new Rat Trap 5 chassis. And already about a truck and a half advantage at the halfway point coming around the last turn. Cottonmouth going wide, Tonka keeping it tight. But it's all Cottonmouth by a huge margin picking up the win there. So now we have Foxtrot and Cometic Gaskets pulling up the line. Brand new look for Foxtrot this year. 3D body on that truck. As we go into the first turn, Cometic going pretty wide. At the line the first time, it's going to be Cometic by about a truck length. It's all going to come down to this last turn. Coming to the line, who's it going to be? It's going to be Cometic Gaskets. Again, by about a truck length, maybe a little bit more, picking up the win. Going into the semifinals is now we have Craftsman Tools and Rat Trap pulling up to the line. Waiting on the grain. Good start from both trucks. Craftsman a little quicker. Into the first turn, Craftsman keeping it really tight. Rat Trap going really wide. And Craftsman about a half truck advantage. Rat Trap with a bad landing. Coming to the line, it's going to be all Craftsman picking up the win here. Going into the semifinals, as now we go to our last race of round number 2. No Mercy and Eagle Eye pulling up to the line. Eagle Eye nailed that light. No Mercy was sleeping. Coming around, No Mercy looks like already made up that gap for the most part. Only about a truck back. Going into the final turn. And Eagle Eye with a much better turn. He's going to pick up the win here. Almost missed that ramp though. But Eagle Eye, last truck going into the semifinals. Our matchups are going to be Cottonmouth going up against Comedic Gaskets, and then Craftsman Tools going up against Eagle Eye. First race pulling to the line, waiting on the green light. And away they go. Cottonmouth a little quicker on the light. Into the first turn, Cottonmouth a little wide. At the line the first time by, Cottonmouth ahead by 3 or 4 truck lengths. Going to come down to this last turn. Comedic's not going to close it up. Cottonmouth really sideways in the air, but still picks up the very easy win in racing. As now we move on to our last race of round number 3. Craftsman Tools going up against Eagle Eye. Eagle Eye sleeping on the light that time. Into the first turn, Eagle Eye going pretty wide. At the line, it's going to be Craftsman by about a wheel. Coming around this last turn, coming to the line. Who's it going to be? It's going to be Craftsman Tools picking up the win over Eagle Eye. Which means our finals matchup is going to be Craftsman Tools and Cottonmouth. As we wait for these trucks to pull up to the line and wait on that green light. And away they go, both trucks leaving at the same time. Into the first turn, Cottonmouth already pulling ahead by quite a bit. That brand new Rat Trap 5 chassis is unbelievably fast. Coming to the last turn, and it's all Cottonmouth. Trip Cassidy picking up the win here in Orlando, Florida. Great win for that new truck. As now we move on into Freestyle. You can see our order is going to start us off with Foxtrot. Then we're going to have No Mercy, Sassy Child, Monkey Business, Flashover, Rat Trap 3, Eagle Eye, Cottonmouth, Comedic Gaskets, Youngblood, Craftsman, and then we'll be ending off with Tonka. Here we go. First truck up, Herman Foster and Foxtrot. Starting us off, good air over those cars into a slap wheelie. Of course, as I mentioned in racing, brand new look on this truck with a 3D Fox body on it. Getting a good hit on that bus stack. That bus is buried in there. We're not used to seeing that. Something new we could be seeing over the next couple of years here in KORR Monsters. Going for another slap wheelie, not quite going to get it. As now he goes over that jammer we saw last year in Salinas for the first time. Good to see it back. Seemed like it was popular with the drivers and the fans. So we'll definitely be seeing that more in the future. Herman Foster gets crooked in the air. Hard landing, but he's going to recover it. Back to the red cars, getting some good air off of them. 30 seconds left in this first freestyle run. A little bit of a cross thread there going over the van stack sideways. Now we're going to get some donuts out of Foxtrot. Just going to be a couple of rotations over there. We're seeing that a lot more nowadays. A lot of drivers just hitting a couple of rotations, moving on into something else. Time for one more hit here for Herman Foster and Foxtrot. Good air over that bus stack. Slams it down into a slap wheelie. And he's going to call it there. It's going to be a 22 for Foxtrot to get us started here. As next up, Mike Burton brings out No Mercy. Starting us off with a hit on that van stack. Going after that car stack now, getting a little bit of air over it. Now going over that double van stack. Just going through the valley in the middle. A little bit of a rough landing going over that bus stack. Good air there out of Mike Burton. Little bit of a slap wheelie as he goes his own little bit of a cross thread there. Almost want to call that a transfer. Jumped off of that car stack on the side and landed on the van stack. And again, he starts going for a slap wheelie. He gets the front end up. Great sky wheelie over the bus stack. But he keeps starting a couple of slap wheelies and then just puts them down right as they get going. Great air there for No Mercy. And again, getting a little bit of a slap wheelie. That time, didn't really have a chance to get it up any farther than that. Get some more good air off those cars. Another pretty decent slap wheelie. Time for one more hit here, maybe. Judges are probably going to score this last hit as you get some good air going over the bus stack. And again, hesitated on that slap wheelie. But looks like he's going to keep on going here. Scores are already in. The rest of this is just for the fans. Now it looks like we're going to get some donuts here on the center of the floor. And he's going to call it there. It's going to be a 20 for Mike Burton and No Mercy. As next up, Sassy Child's coming out, driven by Adam Bell. New look on the truck for this year, no longer backed by Chevy. They pulled out after last season. So now Sassy Child, brand new green flames on this truck. We saw the black and red last year. Look, I guess he liked the look and just decided to change the colors up on it. So he gets to work on this floor already 25 seconds in. Looking for that next hit, going after the double fan stack. And he's going to go off to the side. Probably a smart move there. He was not going to clear that if he was trying to. Great slap wheelie there. A little awkward. Come down to the last 30 seconds of this freestyle run. Going to cross thread the van stack. Great air going over it. Combos it up with some more great air on that other ramp. Going after the bus stack. Huge air going over it. I think that was the biggest air so far we've had here in freestyle. Time's going to come to a close here. Judges might score this last hit. So you get some more good air going over the van stack. But scores are now in for Sassy Child, as he's going to keep on going here. Now get some more great air going over that bus stack into another slap wheelie. And combos it up with that jammer. And around, he's going to park it on the van stack, and he's going to get a 24 from the judges. Good enough to take the lead. As next up, we have Greg Easton bringing out Monkey Business. Starting us off with a great slap wheelie. Puts it down pretty quick. Good thing he did so. He clipped that dirt ramp for the cross threads going over the van stack. Then go for another slap wheelie. And he doesn't chase after it. Just a good hit. And now he goes over the bus stack. Launches it off that racing lane. Some great air out of Monkey Business. We haven't seen anyone go for that double yet. Someone's definitely going to in this field. It's just a matter of who's going to go after it first. But halfway through this run, so far Monkey Business not the one to go for it, but he will go through the valley. So far, this is a good run out of Monkey Business. Not quite sure if it's going to contend for the lead, but I can definitely see it being in that conversation. Come down the last 15 seconds here. So he's going to go for the double, and he's going to come up way short, but the truck's still in one piece, so he's going to continue. Great move over the bus stack there. Time's going to expire. I don't think the judges are going to count this next hit. I think it's going to be too long after. Great air over the fan stack, up and over. Is he going to save it? No, he's not. Yes, he is. Back on all four wheels. It's going to be a 25 for Greg Easton and Monkey Business to take the lead. As now we have Guy Neal coming out in flashover. Starting us off, great air off those red cars. I cannot believe he got that much off of them. Now going to get some more good air off that car stack. Little bit of a slap wheel. He puts it down so he can combo it up with the bus stack though. Guy Neal getting some great air over that fan stack. Going to combo that up now with the car stack. Great run so far from Guy Neal. And now he's going to cross-thread the van stack. Gets into trouble, up and over, he's going to go. Stands on the gas, truck shuts off, and he saves it. What a save there from Guy Neal and flashover. That body is destroyed, but the truck's still going. Clock is paused, waiting for his next hit. And now he's going to go right after the double to restart the time. Clears it and puts it into a wheelie onto the bumper. Guy Neal is here for a trophy. More great air over that van stack. "25 seconds left in this run. Have to think if he goes over now, it's still going to take the lead as he gets into trouble. Looks like he broke a four-link. Now he cross-threads over that car stack and the van stack. Now he's going to cross-thread over the bus stack, up and over. He's going to go once again. Is he going to save it this time? No, and he's going to get a 30 from the judges to take the lead. A 30 already this early in freestyle. No one else can beat that. That is the top score. So now it's just a matter of can anyone else get a 30 to tie him. So now we have Randall Boone and Rat Trap 3 out for his 20th anniversary and his final freestyle and his final season here in KORR Monsters, stepping away from driving after this year. Great slap wheelie there out of Rat Trap. So now he's going to line up for the double. He's just going to roll over the first one and get some air off the second one. Now get some more air going over that bus. Compared to what we just saw out of flashover, this seems tame. But still good air nonetheless there out of Rat Trap off those cars. Coming down to the last 30 seconds. Now it looks like we're going to get some donuts here in the middle of the floor. And make that some cyclones out of Rat Trap. Is he going to keep it on all four wheels? No, he's not. Up and over. He's going to go with 14 seconds left. It's going to be a 19 for Randall Boone and Rat Trap. As now James Whitaker brings out Eagle Eye. Starting us off. Tried to go for a slap wheel. He didn't get the bounce in the front end he needed for it to come up. Now a little bit of a cross thread over the fan stack. Gets into trouble, but he's going to recover it. Coming around, looking for that next hit. Lining up for the bus stack. And he gets some great air. Brings it down. He's going to get the slap wheelie that time right onto the tailgate. Oh, up, over he goes. No, he's going to keep it on the back wheels into a wheelie. What a move there from Eagle Eye. He definitely didn't plan for that, but I'm sure he's going to say he did. Coming down the last 35 seconds of this freestyle run. This definitely isn't going to contend for the win, but this should probably be the new second place run if he fills. Some great air going over that van stack the other direction. Time for one or two more hits here. He's going to go into donuts. Make that some cyclones. Just a few rotations. Time for one more hit here for James Whitaker. And he gets some good air going over that bus stack. Combos it up with the double van stack. That should be the last move the judges score, so everything else from here on out is just for the fans. He's going to go for the jammer. Going into a slap wheel. He puts it on the back of the truck and up and over. He's going to go onto his lid. It's going to be a 27 for James Whitaker and Eagle Eye to move into second place. Now we have our racing winner, Trip Cassidy, bringing out Cottonmouth on the brand new Rat Trap 5 chassis, getting some great air to start us off. Lining up for that next hit. What's he going to go for? Going for the double van stack. Just going to roll over it for the first time. We've very quickly been seeing Trip get used to this chassis, getting it set up how he likes. It's obviously a very fast race truck, and it looks like he's getting very confident in it in freestyle. Had some breakage last week, and in a couple of other shows. Great air off those cars. But looks like they're getting the weak links fixed out of the truck. Huge air off that van stack. 30 seconds left in the run. Is he lining up for the double? Yes, he is. He's going to back up to the container. He doesn't need to do that. He's going to clear this by a lot. Huge air. And flat lands it past halfway point of the track. Truck's still going. It held together. I don't think any other truck in the Rat Trap fleet would have held on that. He's got just a couple of seconds left here to go. What a phenomenal run from Trip Cassidy and Cottonmouth, as now he gets some cyclones going. Truck still trying to hike up, just like a Rat Trap truck, hard landing on the sidewalls. And the truck's still holding together. This brand new Rat Trap 5 chassis is something else. Now he's going to launch it, huge air over the bus stack. Getting some more good air over that car stack. I want to remind you, the scores have been in for about a minute at this point as he does some more cyclones here in front of the camera. Around and around he goes. Is he ever going to stop? There he goes. Waiting on the score. It's going to be a 27 from the judges. So he's going to tie for second place. Not enough to tie for the lead. As now we have Ed Jenkins bringing out Comedic gaskets. Of course, Ed has been driving Bull Tilt the last few years. And with Damon Newton retiring and Kyle Gibson moving to Craftsman, Comedic needed some drivers. Ed Jenkins got the call. And he's using his old Bull Tilt chassis, so he's very familiar with the chassis. Just a brand new body on it. So he gets a great cross thread there over that car stack. Gonna go for that jammer now, launches it. Hard landing on the front end. Front end came up for a slap wheelie and he hesitated, so he didn't get it. But great move there going over the bus stack. 30 seconds left in the run. What is he going to do? He's going to broadside the bus stack. Twists in the air, gets into some trouble, but he's going to keep it on all four wheels. What a move there from Ed Jenkins. And Now is he going to go for the double? Yes, he is. Launches it. Lands it perfectly on the down ramp. Little bit of a slap wheelie. Ed Jenkins wants to tie for that freestyle win. Last hit of the scored part of the run. Great air over the bus stack. I don't know if the judges are going to count this van stack hit. But scores are in now for Ed Jenkins and Comedic Gaskets. Going to go for a slap wheelie here. Puts it on the tailgate. Puts it down. Oh, he's going to get a bad rebound going up the ramp, up and over. He's going to go onto his lid. That's going to be a 26 for Ed Jenkins and Comedic Gaskets. Not enough for second place. Just going to put him into third. As now we have Henry Gibbons coming out in Youngblood. Just a couple of trucks left to go here in freestyle. Starting us off, good air on that car stack. Into a little bit of a slap wheelie. Puts it down pretty quick. Didn't want to get into trouble with that bus stack. Just saw how that goes with Comedic Gaskets as he gets some great air off the racing lane. Youngblood, of course, a very unique truck here in KORR Monsters. It's the only Toyota Tundra in the field. So he lines up for his next hit. Gets some more great air off that car stack. And what's he going to go for next? Looks like he's going to cross thread the double. Get some great air going over it. Combos that up with the other van stack. Coming up on 30 seconds left. Gets some huge air going over the bus stack. Now he's going to broadside that car stack. Huge air. Gets into trouble. Is he going to save it? Yes, he is. Now going to cross thread the bus stack once again. Great air going over it. Hard landing. 10 seconds left in the run here. What does Henry Gibbons have for us? Launches it. Huge air over the bus stack. He took a big run up for that one. He's going to get one more hit in there right as the time expires. So scores are in now from the judges. Going to wait to see if he ever stops so we can see what the score is. And he walks a wheelie over the bus stack. And he's still going here. Get some more great air over the van stack. And now he's going to park it on the vans. He's going to get a 26 from the judges. So not quite enough to go into lead or second place. As now we have Craftsman Tools coming out. Starting us off with huge air off the racing lane into a little bit of a slap wheelie. Kyle Gibson was a rookie last year. Had a great year. Hasn't won anything yet. But made it to the semifinals and racing at the finals. Completely destroyed a chassis in the second to last event last year. Got the opportunity to move to this Craftsman truck on the chassis he used at finals. Gets into trouble, up and over. He's gonna go. Not how he wants to make his debut in this truck. It's gonna be a 12 for Kyle Gibson, and Craftsman goes over way too soon. So now we have Mike Maxwell coming out. Huge air off the red cars. Last truck out for freestyle. So we know Guy Neal is taking the freestyle win here with that 30. Can Mike Maxwell tie him as the last truck out? So far, good start to the run. Get some good air off that van stack. Now he's going to transfer from the car stack to the van stack. Gets into trouble. Onto two wheels. He's going to gas it and he's going to save it. Halfway through the run. Huge air over the bus stack. Ooh, hard flat landing there. Lining up, huge air going over the bus stack. Into a little bit of a slap wheelie, gets into trouble, up and over. He's gonna go. No, he's gonna save it. Coming down to the last 20 seconds of this run. It's a good run. He needs some big wow moment, though, if he wants the win. And he's going to go for the double. Huge air. Lands it off to the side. Hard landing. Time for one more hit. If the judges decide to score it, this could be the entire freestyle run. Huge sky wheelie going over the bus deck, up onto two wheels. He's going to save it once again. Just got word from the judges that is scored by them. Up and over, he's going to go. Hard landing. Broke a lot of stuff on the truck there, but he's going to keep on going, it looks like. So the scores are in right before he did that. Going to have to wait to see what they are. So Mike Maxwell continues to drive this very broken truck now. Gonna go cross thread over the van stack. Hard landing, rips the rear end out. And the officials are gonna shut him off. It's a 30 for Mike Maxwell and Tonka to tie for the freestyle win here in Orlando. So it's Flashover and Tonka with the joint freestyle win. Eagle Eye and Cottonmouth getting that 27 for second place. Then we got Comedic Gaskets and Youngblood with a 26. Monkey Business with a 25. Sassy Child with a 24, Foxtrot with a 22, No Mercy with a 20, Rat Trap 3 with a 19, and then last place, Craftsman with that 12, going over way too early in freestyle. But as always, leave a comment down below, let us know what you thought about this show, and also be sure to check us out on Instagram to keep up to date with everything going on behind the scenes, and as always, we'll see you next week in Oakland, California for our very first show there. But until then, we hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next time.